now, and the Cape Coast Accra Highway is one of the major roads in the country, but that stretch of the road remains very dark at night. This makes the users of the road prone to road accidents and several attacks by armed robbers. On JoyNews Agenda today, Richard Kojunyako speaks with drivers and other road users in Cape Coast on the effect of the absence of street lights on the roads in Cape Coast, and especially that Accra-Cape Coast Highway.
It is 8 p.m. Thursday, and I'm on the Cape Coast Accra stretch of the road. The nature of the road is relatively good. The road is pitch dark at night with very little markings. Most of the markings that have been done are either faded or are fading. This makes driving on the road at night very difficult.
And the other day to somebody cross the road, and like I didn't see it earlier, like I will hit that person. To preach, you need light and things on the road because sometimes I cannot see far. Or apart from my light, I cannot see far. I remember that they have robbed one of the students, UCC. Yeah, taxi driver. Like sometimes they use taxi to rob people about that bridge. Yeah.
It's because there is no light.
Because there's no light.
Nana Buache is a taxi driver in Cape Coast. Nana is deeply worried about the darkness that envelops the road at night because there are no street lights to illuminate the roads. His colleague Isaac Aheto, who also drives in Cape Coast and has been using the Cape Coast Accra Highway, has a similar experience.
You see, sometimes when we are driving along the road, some of the drivers, their sight is not very good, so they always use their high light instead of them to use the dim light, just because there's no street light. So they always put on their high light on it, and then it disturbs us a lot. If the high light is on, maybe your sight also is not good. You will crash with the person. Maybe you would think that you are in your lane, but at that time you wasn't in your lane. You will be in a different lane.
Residents who live close to the road are forced to sleep early for fear of either being knocked down by vehicles or being robbed at gunpoint.
Drivers in the farm.
We become afraid when night falls. We are unable to stand by the roadside. This has affected our nightlife. Sometimes we are forced to go to bed early because we might either be knocked down by a vehicle or be attacked. On the Cape Coast Accra Highway, one can count up to about 10 police barriers when traveling to Accra from Cape Coast at night. Good move to check criminal activities, but sadly, such police barriers are without lights that illuminate the places they man, putting the security of the security officers at risk. They may either be attacked by some hoodlums or be knocked down by vehicles.
Even if you are going or you are coming, what will let you know that there is a police barrier there? They will use the torchlight. Sometimes even around 11:30 to 12, you see them sitting down. You see that time there's not a lot of cars passing, so they will be sitting down relaxing. But if someone didn't stand up and use the torchlight to stop you, you won't see that there is a barrier there. I think it will be better for them to get a light there, and then everything will be fine, because that place also is very dark.
Linda Afutianan is the acting regional road safety manager. She recounts many of the accidents that happen on the roads like these at night as a result of the darkness that has engulfed the roads.
Obviously, I can say that we don't have enough street lights on our roads, even within the towns. Street lights are a bit limited, and it poses danger to road users. Danger in terms of security as well as danger in terms of safety, because if you are also on the road and the line markings have also faded, then you would naturally fall on the street lights to give you vision on the road. And if that one is equally absent, then definitely there are going to be some form of danger to the road users.
The Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly, for instance, has begun fixing some of the street lights, especially on the Wakano University of Cape Coast Junction Road after JoyNews reported of persistent attacks on the nurses at the Cape Coast Metro Hospital by criminals. But it remains to be seen when actions would be exerted on other roads in Cape Coast, and for the Cape Coast Accra Highway, it is just a series of disasters in waiting should nothing be done about the situation. Richard Kwejonyako, JoyNews, Cape Coast.